Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rose and I make fragrance videos, and this is gonna be my last haul of this summer. Yes, a summer video. I know everybody's already making fall, autumn videos, but you know guys, we still have summer until the 21st of September, and I'm gonna use my summer fragrances. I'm gonna enjoy the warm weather while we still have it. Where I live, it's still warm. I know the cold weather is gonna come. I live in a cold country, so I'm gonna enjoy the summer while it's here. I bought a couple of fragrances, and if you're interested, we can check them out together. Let's get into it. So, the first one I got is by Dior, and it is J'adore Parfum d'Eau. This beauty, I have tested this since it came out pretty much. I got a decant of it, and I really liked it. I have been wearing it quite a bit since I had quite a big decant of it, and I have a lot of fragrances, so I only used it up now, and I decided to repurchase it, and I do not regret it. So, really nice packaging. I always find Dior J'adore has nice packaging. And then the fragrance bottle, I think it's just so pretty with this one. Oops, I'm not getting it out. So there we have it. So cute. I think this is my favorite fragrance bottle from the whole J'adore line. It is just so nice with the white and gold, so pretty. And the fragrance is just, it's just so pretty. I love wearing this before I go to bed. I love spraying this after the shower. This is so fresh, but it's also calming, it's creamy. It is not sweet whatsoever, at least not to my nose. It's fresh. It has kind of a body lotion vibe. It has a beautiful like white bouquet of flower thing going on. It is just so pretty. It's quite a delicate and pretty fragrance. It is a little bit more intimate. I find that it stays closer to the skin. This is not a very projecting fragrance. It is without alcohol. It's actually quite moisturizing to the skin, so it's almost like a little bit like wearing body lotion, which is pretty cool, I think. If you don't feel like using body lotion, you might as well just spray a little bit on your arms and legs, even though this might be a little bit wasteful to use it as a body lotion. But just, you know, it doesn't dry out your skin since it doesn't have alcohol, so you could even use it to spray your hair. And it is just such a pretty flanker. This is probably my favorite flanker. I know they came out with the new L'Or version, which I also really like. I'm actually considering buying that as well. But this one is probably my favorite. It is just very fresh. It works really nice in the summer, in spring, maybe early fall. I would say this is definitely more for the warmer weather. I love, like I said, spraying this after the shower, just whenever I just want to feel fresh and clean, and I want some like fresh white florals to cheer me up. It's super calming. It's totally office appropriate as well, and just anywhere where you just want to have something light and fresh and feminine. Also at night, if you are one of those people that likes to spray at night, this is such a nice fragrance. It's not too heavy. It's not going to disturb your sleep. And yeah, such a beautiful fragrance. I just realized, by the way, guys, that my nails kind of match my top. Only realized that now on camera. Anyway, so the second fragrance, I actually literally only tested one time in Sephora, and I really liked it, and I decided then there that I'm gonna buy it. So that's what I did. It is Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. I know they already came out with like 2 new fragrances after that. They have a lot of fragrances, really, guys. They're always coming out with new ones. But this one was the one that I was most interested in. And yeah, so I almost blind bought it basically because I just tested it once. And I always feel like if you just try something once, you don't really know so much about the fragrance. But I can tell you I'm not disappointed. This is such a pretty fragrance and very easy to wear. So I feel like it is slightly confusing though. It's kind of a gourmand fragrance, but it's also a fresh fragrance, and it's also kind of a clean fragrance at the same time, if that makes any sense. It has citrusy notes when you first spray it, definitely. That I didn't expect it to be so citrusy, but it definitely is. And then when it dries down, it becomes more creamy and you get that pistachio gelato. Conveniently, Kayali always writes the notes in the back of the fragrance. So other than pistachio gelato, we have hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow, and cotton candy. thinking about these notes, it's not really what I would have expected reading the notes. So to me, it is much airier, much lighter than you would expect from the notes. Definitely don't get any booziness in this one. And while it is definitely creamy, it's definitely marshmallowy. It's almost like it's a light version of cream or something like that, because it's very fluffy, it's very airy, it's not thick, it's not heavy, it's very fluffy. I feel like it almost has a hint of J'adore Parfum d'eau in it, just the kind of body lotion creamy freshness that's in this one. I feel like I get it in this fragrance as well, even though they are not similar at all. But basically what I mainly get is citrusiness in the beginning, in the opening. Then once it dries down, that kind of fades a little bit more and it becomes more creamy, more marshmallowy, more nutty, but there is a definite fluffy and airiness that stays the whole time within the fragrance. And I also get that kind of lotiony vibe. Like rather than like a heavy whipped cream, I get more maybe like a low-fat cream mixed with body lotion. So I feel like this is a great fragrance for the end of summer and maybe early fall, also spring I would say, because it's like, while it is pretty sweet, it's also very airy, it is not dense, you're not gonna be too bothered by it even if you're in a warmer climate. Right off the bat, this fragrance reminded me a little bit of a hair product that I used to use, which I believe had macadamia nut in it. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a very nutty, creamy, sweet fragrance that this hair product had, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing, and this fragrance kind of reminds me of that, because it definitely is very nutty. I find that this is a very, very lovely and unique fragrance because you have both that like beautiful blend of nuts, the creaminess, the marshmallow, all these kind of more gourmandy sweet notes, but you also have that fresh citrusy note, and you also have something that's kind of fluffy, airy, that you would place more in the spring and summer, at least I would. So this is a very, very nice, well-balanced fragrance. I would say this is a crowd pleaser. You don't necessarily have to love Pistachio Gelato. I personally don't, it's not my favorite, but I really, really nevertheless like this fragrance. I love the bottle, it's so cute. The longevity and projection on me is actually pretty good. I've heard mixed reviews about this. On me, it's actually pretty good, so I'm happy about that. If you want to smell beautiful, creamy and sweet, but still not too heavy, then check this one out. It's a really pretty one. And then next fragrance I purchased is another one that I was actually not too familiar with, but I have tested it, and after all the Barbie hype and all the pink fragrances, the movie and all that, I was very, very intrigued again by this fragrance. I've kind of put it to the side. It's been out for a while, but now I finally purchased it, and let me tell you, I do not regret it. I am talking about the ultimate Barbie fragrance. Well, other than all the Barbie fragrances that came out, maybe. It's Parfum de Marly, Oriana. So, this one, oh, first of all, I love the Parfum de Marly bottles. Like, come on. Like, they are the most beautiful. Like, my God. So, first of all, when I tried this fragrance, I thought it is somewhat similar to Love Don't Be Shy, so do I really need this fragrance? But honestly, it is not even that similar. So, this fragrance to me is literally the ultimate Barbie fragrance. Like, the color is well chosen, it's super sweet, it's super girly, super feminine, super playful. Oh, but it is so good. Like, for me, this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance, and dare I say, I prefer this over the original Delina. I'm sorry, I might be the only one. I know everybody's super obsessed about Delina. I personally love Delina La Rosée. I like Delina, but I mean, like, Oriana. What about Oriana? I love this one. It is beautiful. it's like a fresher version of Love Don't Be Shy with berries in it. But it isn't just that, it is its own fragrance. So I do get quite a bit of citrusy, juicy, fruity notes in the opening that are just, oh my god, so refreshing, so beautiful, so sweet. And I also get a beautiful creamy orange blossom note that I personally just love. I love orange blossom in fragrance. It's just one of my favorite notes. And I get some kind of berries. I'm not really sure if I'm getting a raspberry. I'm getting a little bit of strawberry. And also it's quite candied. So it's more like a strawberry raspberry candy with this one. And when it dries down, it becomes more and more creamy, almost a little bit milky, lactonic, and definitely quite marshmallowy. And the combination, guys, it is heaven. It is heaven to me. It is so, so beautiful. Beautiful. 10 out of 10 fragrance. I feel like this fragrance doesn't get enough hype, it doesn't get enough credit. I think this may well be my favorite Parfum de Marly fragrance. And I'm not joking when I say this. So it's just delightful. It makes you feel happy. It's flirtatious, it's sexy. This is an amazing date fragrances, night out, girls' night out, whatever. I'm gonna wear the hell out of this fragrance now. I absolutely adore it. I do find that this you can wear in the summer, in the fall, in the winter, in the spring. Maybe not in the coldest of weathers, maybe not in the hottest of weathers. I feel like this is more like somewhere in between because it's quite dense, it's quite sweet, but it also has that citrusy note that kind of cuts through a little bit. It has the sweet berries as well, which are refreshing. So I always feel like with fragrances that are quite gourmand leaning or that are actually very gourmand, that if they have some kind of more fruitier, fresher notes, that it makes it much more wearable when it's warm. Compared to Delina though, I find that this one doesn't quite last as long and doesn't project as much, but you have to admit that the Delina is quite a beast, and Delina exclusive, I don't even want to talk about that. That lasts forever on me. But nevertheless, it lasts a decent amount, I would say around 6 hours, and it gives a medium projection on my skin. And it's just the most beautiful fragrance I have bought in the last few months. So I'm super, super happy about this. Don't even know why I hesitated. I think sometimes when you go into the shop and you smell it just once, because you smell so many things, you don't really get the best impression necessarily, or it's like not the most authentic experience. You really have to get a sample, you have to try it more often, or you have to just get a bottle. Well, I will always encourage trying it before, because you know, you never know what you're gonna get. But now that I have the full bottle and I've given it a decent wear test, I'm super happy. I love it. And yeah, this is gonna be a fragrance I'm gonna wear a lot. Also, probably I'm gonna make a comparison video about Love Don't Be Shy and Oriana, just to give you a little bit more info and my take on how similar they are or not, and which one I would recommend for who. Anyway, that's gonna be another video. This is gonna be my little haul for the end of summer now. That's all I got, just a couple of fragrances. There is gonna be a fall haul coming up soon as well, and my favorite fall fragrances as well. But yeah, guys, this is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed checking out these couple of fragrances with me. Let me know down in the comments below how you like these fragrances. Have you tried them? And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.